Welcome back to Cheddar's News Wrap. Mark Zuckerberg announced today that the company formerly known as Facebook would now be known as Meta, a nod to the metaverse and his ambitions for the future. Starting December 1st, it will also give up the Facebook ticker FB and trade under the name MVRS. Cheddar News' senior reporter Michelle Castillo is here with more. Michelle?
Thanks, Alicia. I'm here today with Nicola Mendelsohn, Vice President of Global Business Group at Meta. Okay, why the name Meta?
Well, that's the first time I'm hearing it said about myself. And really the name Meta captures where our company's going and the future that we want to help to build. It's, focus is going to be on building the metaverse and letting people to be able to find and connect and build communities and grow businesses. And we chose the name Meta because it means beyond. And it captures our commitment to building social technologies that take us beyond what digital connection has made possible today. And of course, the nod to the metaverse as well, and signaling our commitment to help to bring this vision to life.
Now, critics are saying that this rebrand comes at an opportune time for Facebook, that it might be helping pivot away from some of the recent controversies, including that the company may have been aware of some of the social ills that it was causing. What is your response to that?
So something like this takes a long time to pull together. And actually it reflects what we know about what happens with computing platforms. So since the 50s, about every 15 years or so, there's been the birth of a new computing platform. And so it is that where we are today, we see that we're right at the beginning again, if you like, of the next stage, which we see as being an embodied internet, that you're inside rather than just what we do at the moment, just looking at it face on. And so within the metaverse, you're going to be able to hang out, you're going to be able to play games and hang with friends, work or create. You can basically do anything that you do on the internet today, but also some things that might not make sense or even be possible on the internet today. And I think it's really important to say also that it's not about replacing the physical, but we do interact online. That's not going to change. And so when we are online, we're going to get much closer to the experience of being able to interact in person. So that's some of the things that we see that really are at the heart of this change.
You know, I'm glad you explained the concept of the metaverse a little bit. Even Zuckerberg admitted during the talk today that it's a little bit science fiction for people, but it is happening. Why is this so pivotal to Meta's future going forward, the idea of being able to expand into these spaces?
So I think if you look at some of the exciting products that we have there at the moment, like Horizon Workrooms, this is a VR experience that we've created especially for people to be able to work together in. And in this new world that we're in, where people are working hybrid, look, I'm not in the studio right now, I'm from home. And, we're going to see a world where people are going to be in the office, they're going to be in different places. And so if you take the example of workrooms, you can actually sit around a table, albeit virtually, with your avatars. And when someone's talking to your left, you'll look to the left. When to the right, you'll go to the right. And it's a much better, much more immersive experience. You see the way that you play games at the moment. When you play games together with friends and you're in the experience together, or you challenge each other on things like Beat Saber, it's a much more exciting, much more social experience. So we're already at the start of this. And it's also really important to say that the metaverse isn't something that's going to, just be built by Facebook. Like the internet, it's going to be something that many companies, many developers, creators, businesses will come together, will build together. And really the key feature that's really at the heart will be the openness. And we also believe the interoperability as well.
Do you believe, I know you mentioned working remotely and the fact you're from home, do you believe the pandemic accelerated a lot of this virtual communication and the need for these tools?
I definitely think that we've seen a massive shift in digital full stop in all ways that we live together, whether it's communicating with families and friends or whether it's the way in which we do business. I think it's changed, radically changed the way that we interact and engage. I think about my own personal experiences. I've got family all over the world. Sort of thank goodness that we had the platforms to be able to do WhatsApp video calling or being on Portal with my friends, with my family. It would have been a lot harder, I think, the last 18 months otherwise.
Now, what does this mean for Facebook? Obviously, there's been some issues that have been brought to light about the company. Is there still a commitment to fix those issues as well as expand into these other divisions?
Yes, absolutely. And look at the investments that we've made over the recent years, and also the fact that we're sharing now and we're sharing so openly is the fact that we want to make sure that the principles around things like safety and security and are built in right at the beginning, and that we can have proper conversations and dialogues with policymakers, with people in different aspects of civic society to come together and discuss and create those core principles today, way in advance of anything being launched. So we get those principles right, and we build this from a collaborative point. That means that we will be able to, really have informed conversations and help society to be able to tackle these challenges with the new technologies as and when they arise. So, but our commitments in this area, are ongoing. So this year alone, we'll have spent around $5 billion on this area. It's a really important area for us. It's why we employ over 40,000 people now to make sure that the experiences that people are having when they come onto our platforms are the experiences that they want in terms of connecting with friends, connecting with families, with the creators that they like, or the businesses and brands that they want to follow as well.
Well, special thanks to Nicola Mendelsohn, Vice President of Global Business Group at Meta, formerly known as Facebook.